Okay, y'all, so y'all ain't gonna believe this. So it's been speculation that Yaya Mayweather might be pregnant again with NBA YoungBoy's baby. So to be clear, we don't have confirmation from her mouth yet, but there's been videos and pictures going around showing Yaya with her stomach looking like she could be expecting. So this is the video right here that had everybody talking. They felt like Yaya had a little pooch right there, and we know Yaya is small. She does not have a stomach. Now, it was also this picture going around that really, to me, this is what really makes her look pregnant. You see her stomach is round. It's definitely giving baby bump. Now, Yaya Mayweather and NBA YoungBoy already have a son together. Their little boy KJ, that's Cottrell Jr., was born back in January of 2021. So he's about 3 or 4 years old now. And these two have been dealing with each other on and off since 2018. But let me tell y'all what makes this rumor even more messy. NBA YoungBoy is married, okay? This man is married to Jaslyn Michelle. They tied the knot back in 2023. Him and Jaslyn have been together since 2020. So they've been rocking for a few years now. And y'all get this, Jaslyn is currently pregnant with their third baby together, okay? They already have a daughter named Love Elise, who was born in 2021, and a son named Clemenza, who was born in 2022. We're not even gonna get on that name, okay? So this baby she's carrying now will be baby number 13 for NBA YoungBoy. Now I'm talking about his wife, Jaslyn Michelle, being pregnant. Now, if Yaya is really pregnant, like people are saying, that would make baby number 14 for NBA YoungBoy. 14. And y'all, there's even rumors going around that there might be another girl who's allegedly pregnant too, but we don't know for sure on that one. So we could potentially be looking at baby number 15. This man is only 25 years old and might be about to have 15 kids. But let me tell y'all why people are really thinking something's going on between Yaya and NBA YoungBoy again, even though he's married, because there have been signs. Multiple signs, okay? First of all, back in May, for Yaya's 25th birthday, this girl got a Lamborghini truck as a gift. And there was a whole video going around showing NBA YoungBoy on FaceTime with her while she's getting the car. But baby, I'm not even done. So on that same birthday, Yaya revealed that she got NBA YoungBoy's face tatted on her arm. Now, some people said they didn't know who that man was on her arm. They said he looked more like Kenan Thompson. Now, mind you, she's doing all this and the man is married. But that ain't even everything. So just a couple of months later in July, Yaya posted on Instagram showing off what she called her upgraded ring. And she used the hashtag MASA, which is the name of NBA YoungBoy's new album. Now, she also had his song playing in the background, and people immediately started speculating that he bought that ring for her as an upgrade or just a new ring, period. And throughout this whole time, they've been spotted together in different posts and photos, especially with their son KJ. And there was even talk that Yaya appeared in one of his recent music videos. So all these little things have been adding up. And now with these pregnancy rumors, people are putting 2 and 2 together. And they're just like, yeah, that's that man's baby for sure. Now going back again, this man is married. But this is how I feel their dynamic is between himself and Jaslyn. Jaslyn know what she has, okay? Jaslyn know her man sleeps around. Jaslyn know her man has other women. And I think she accepted that a long time ago before she even got married to him. That's why when he has these other babies on her, she is unfazed. She doesn't leave or anything like that. So now that she's pregnant with baby number 13 and Yaya is pregnant with baby number 14, she's still not gonna move. She's not gonna budge. Even if it bothers her, she's not going nowhere. Now, I don't know what they have going on as far as Yaya having a ring, because that's not a cheap ring. And that's definitely on the ring finger. So I don't know if they're gonna be sister wives or whatever they got going on, but Jaslyn knows what's up and she is okay with it, as in she accepts it. But I don't know how he manages having 12 kids, going on 13 and 14 kids with all these different women. I mean, how do you manage that? How do you be present with your kids? And the drama that comes with having babies by all these different women, I can only imagine. I don't know how he keeps up. But anyways, that's what's going on with these two right now. Now, we're still waiting to see if Yaya or anybody else confirms this alleged pregnancy. But with all the signs and the way these two have been moving lately, baby, it would not surprise me at all. In fact, I'm just waiting for her to come out and say something. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that he's getting ready to have baby number 14? Let me know what you think in the comments. But moving on to the next story. Okay, y'all, so Shannon Sharpe has finally broke his silence about getting fired from ESPN. And let me tell you, he has some things to say about how it all went down. So if you've been following this story, you know Shannon Sharpe hasn't been on ESPN since back in April when his alleged ex-girlfriend fling whatever, okay, the 19-year-old kid filed a lawsuit against him. Now, we're talking about $50 million, okay? She accused him of SA and all kinds of stuff. So Shannon stepped away from First Take to deal with all the legal drama. He said he was going to be back by the time the NFL training camp started. Well, the training camp came and went, and Shannon was nowhere to be found. Now, the news broke yesterday that ESPN officially cut ties with Shannon after he settled that lawsuit earlier this month. And Shannon did not waste a lot of time when it came to responding. Now, he went on his podcast Nightcap with Ocho Cinco and spilled all the tea. Shannon said he actually found out about getting fired earlier in the week, but here's what got him upset: the timing of it all. Y'all know his brother Sterling Sharpe is getting inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame this week. And that is huge. They're actually the first brothers to both be in the Hall of Fame. And Shannon asked ESPN if they could just wait until Monday to announce his firing so his brother's moment wouldn't be overshadowed by his mess. But nope, ESPN was being messy. Let the news out anyways. So Shannon was clearly hurt about it.
I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week. And really the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really want it to be about him, and I want it to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So
now let's be real about what happened here. Shannon settled that lawsuit, which means we'll probably never know exactly what went down between him and his ex or whatever the girl was. The settlement terms weren't disclosed, but it was rumors going around that she allegedly got $29 million. But ESPN clearly didn't want any part of that drama. They waited to see how the lawsuit played out, and even after Shannon settled it, they said, nah, we good. And honestly, I get it, okay? From a professional perspective, from ESPN's perspective, they got Stephen A. Smith as their main guy on First Take, and they probably didn't even want to deal with any more controversy. Now, Shannon did say he's at peace with ESPN's decision, but you can tell he's heard about how all of this played out. The man went from being one of the biggest names in sports media to being out of a job because of personal drama. And let's be real, Cat Williams and Monique tried to warn him, okay? Warning comes before destruction.
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. I do. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches, and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
Get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. See, come on, Cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends.
And that's literally what happened. Shannon Sharpe got taken down in 2 weekends, okay? But the good news for Shannon is he still has his podcast, he has Club Shay Shay, and he has Nightcap. So he's still doing really well. So he's not exactly broke or anything, but going from ESPN's First Take to just doing podcasts, that's definitely a step down in terms of mainstream visibility. But it just goes to show how fast your life can change when you get involved with the wrong people. Y'all, this man let a 19-year-old girl ruin his whole career. This girl got allegedly $29 million. Now, again, we don't know the exact amount, but it was enough to where she retired from OnlyFans. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this entire situation. But that's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
Shannon Sharpe got on one of his podcasts last night and said, now the settlement is over and he's fired and let go from ESPN, the only real regret he got is not that it happened. It happened. Is that the settlement and the firing happened around the same week or weekend that his brother's going to the NFL Hall of Fame. He said, can y'all wait to talk mess about me until Monday? He said, my brother is getting honored for one of the biggest honors you can get in life and going and being immortalized into the NFL or the National Football Hall of Fame. And y'all gonna talk about me and this little white girl over my brother going into the hall. He said, please, talk all the mess you want. Just wait till Monday. I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy because I don't know how people look at the situation as if Shannon was wrong or they just feel like, he's an old guy who's just freaky. But this settlement, ESPN is the only one who cares. ESPN let him go, but he still has Club Shay Shay. He still has the At Night with Ocho Cinco. The other day when the announcement came out that he settled in Atlanta, he just had a cognac tasting for his brand in Atlanta, and like so many people showed up. Like nobody cares about this settlement except for ESPN and the people who just want to talk mess online. But his brother, that's who he considers his hero. He wouldn't be here without him. These are the first brothers to go into the Hall of Fame. He just really apologized to his brother, saying that this may overshadow his accomplishment, and he apologized for that. But he said, everybody, you want to talk mess, talk all the mess you want. Just please, 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 wait till Monday.
Shannon Sharpe trying to garner sympathy and blame ESPN for not keeping the news until Monday is really just telling me that he has a 19-year-old somewhere already in his lair. He's already working on his next girl, because why are you still out here? You know what it's actually given? The CEO of Astronomer. Like, instead of you talking about you cheating on your wife, you actually tried to shame Coldplay for having cameras and footage on the concert. That's exactly what Shannon is trying to do. Make no mistake about this, lady. This is truly abusive and manipulative behavior, because you sat here and said, oh, well, I didn't want to upstage and outshine my brother. Listen. If you already said that and had that conversation with him, why are you trying to come to the public with, oh, ESPN was supposed to wait until Monday? How about you was supposed to be messing with that girl to begin with? How about you cause that, not them? What's wrong? Like, they continue to miss the mark, which is why they will continue to act this way.
So Shannon Sharpe done messed around and got himself fired from the ESPN. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Down $23 million and unemployed is nasty work. Do we not understand, people, that lust has consequences? Unhealthy appetites, if you know, have consequences. Diddy, R. Kelly, now Shannon Sharpe, and just recently Anthony Anderson. Watch, they about to cancel his butt too. Watch, something's brewing. I feel it. When are you all going to learn? What did Martin Lawrence's mother say in A Thin Line Between Love and Hate? One night of passion can lead you to a lifetime of pain. Now that fool about to walk around with his tail tucked between his legs, literally. I mean, seriously, that girl ain't never gonna have to work again. She is retired at 19. And she quit her OnlyFans. See? Kim Kardashian wasn't even that good. She could take a few pointers from this broad. Po babies.
It's that time of the day that everybody loves. One person's going to be absolutely pissed. This is Leon's goofy-ass person today. Bruh! You was about to sign a $100 million podcast deal. You working for ESPN only 2 times out of the day. You probably making your contract there. You was getting $6.5 million a year. But you had to throw it away over some nana. And it wasn't even no glorious nana. That little white girl, I seen Barbie doll sticker. Lord have mercy, Shannon Sharpe. What was you thinking, man? Boy, like you said, you had a better chance of walking through a pack of lions with pork chop drawers on than you would in beating that case, and you didn't. She hit you for $22 million, and you're not getting $100 million. Oh my God! You talk about fumbling the bag. Woo! Sit your goof ass down.